Hey guys, it's Ashley Park with IdeateTV, and I'm here with Marc Silvestri, who is drawing a photo. Marc, I just wanted to ask you, I understand you were originally at Marvel, and I just wanted to know what it was like to transition to having your own company.
It was amazing, and ultimately it was pretty much fate. You know, I was at Marvel for a number of years. I've been in comics since 1981. You know, so it was like 10 years, something like that. My math is not perfect, but something like that. And I was literally on my way out of comics. I'd been in comics for 13 years, 12 years before Image happened. And I was like, I was kind of burned out. I was doing the X-Men, working with Chris Claremont, which in comics at that time, in the late 80s, there was nowhere else to go. You know, where there was no other level to achieve. You'd kind of hit the ceiling. And I was going, you know what, I've been in this for long enough, I'm looking for something else. I was living in LA, and I was thinking of getting into the movie business. And we had a big meeting in New York at Marvel. And Todd McFarlane was there, sneaking around. He wasn't part of the meeting, it was a big X-Men meeting. And Todd, I'd known Todd from the convention circuit. And he pulled me aside and he goes, you've talked to him. He goes, hey, bud, let me talk to you about something. And sure enough, he pitched the idea of Image to me, and it was happening, right? It was happening. And I was, I said, let me think about it. But in my head, I was like, I'm in. This is genius. Okay, who would not do this? Who would be stupid enough to say no? We found out a lot of people were. It was very, very strange that not everyone went with us. I had done the grind. I had done work for other people long enough, and the whole idea was we wanted to own our own stuff. And we hated to be told no. And the only way you could do that is by doing your own work and owning it. And Image was formed with the 7 original guys. And I would never do anything differently. And owning your own business, you're going to have your peaks and valleys. It's going to be chaotic and it's crazy days, but all that is counterbalanced by the awesome of knowing that whatever you do is yours. And you can do whatever you want with it. We've done video games, we've done movies, we've done TV shows, anime, toys, of course comics, which is what we do and what I love. And it's something you could never do for somebody else. You could do it, but they cut you a little check and they go make their millions, right? It's like, how about we do that for ourselves?
Definitely, that's amazing and really inspiring. Now, I know we have Top Cow Productions here, and you founded it?
Yes, I founded it. The original Image partners, and still to this day, we share the Image banner, the Image eye in the corner of our books, and we're partners in the company. It's me, it's Todd, it's Robert Kirkman, Jim Valentino, Eric Larson, and we each have our own company within Image. And it was designed that way from the get-go, for many reasons. But I can't tell Todd what to do with his toys, and he can't tell me what to do with the Darkness, or with Witchblade. And unfortunately, I don't get any of Robert Kirkman's money off Walking Dead, but it's the way Image was designed. In fact, everyone who comes now to publish a book through Image, they own it. They own what they do. After 23 years, that's still our business model. Come to us, give us a little fee to publish your book, but you own it. You own that character. You own Banana Man if that's your character. That's a great character. But it's always been that way. So each one of the partners has their own company, but we all share the Image eye. So we publish together, and we share the same passion for comic books and same passion for ownership of what we do. It's worked 23 years, and they told us when we started, you'll be crawling back to us, Marvel, 6 months from now. And we heard that for years.
Oh, that's amazing.
The floor is closing, in case you didn't hear that.
I know,
Was that God?
I know, it's like God's voice coming out of the loudspeakers. No, I would read about Banana Man. But no, that's so amazing. And speaking of some of the characters you were talking about, can you tell me a little bit about maybe some of the favorite ones that you've created?
I love the Darkness. We've had 2 very successful video games of the Darkness, Darkness 1 and 2, very clever, I know. But they did really, really well. In fact, the first Darkness game that we did is still cited to this day, and it was back in 2007 as one of the groundbreaking storytelling video games. And there's a moment in that game that people still talk about today that just breaks everyone's heart. And it was awesome. So the Darkness, which is this one right here, is one of my favorites. Rise of the Magi, which is a lot of fun, something that I created and wrote, magic-based fish out of water. A guy comes from a land of all magic and winds up here, doesn't know what he's doing, but all kinds of hell breaks loose. Of course, there's Witchblade. We've had a TV series, live action Witchblade, also an anime, and we were actually the first company ever to have an American company or American character done completely in an anime, reimagined as an anime. And the fact that everyone knew it was still Witchblade, even though it's a different character, really says a lot about the fact that it works as a concept. And it was great. It was very successful with that too. And there's Cyberforce, which we just did a relaunch of that, and that was actually the first book, Cyberforce first title that we did when we started Top Cow at the beginning of Image, which I wrote with my brother and drew. So it's been around for a little while.
Awesome. And do you have any new ones coming out that you're working on right now?
Always new ones. There's always new ones. We have something called Postal, written by Matt Hawkins. We have a series of Aphrodite 9, which is awesome. It's a spin-off of the Cyberforce franchise. Think Tank, which is also written by Matt Hawkins, is one of our books that we love. And we have some surprises coming out that we can't talk about yet. But
awesome. I love surprises. Thank you so much. It was so wonderful talking to you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. And I'm Ashley Park with IdeateTV.